Welcome to this lesson on the essentialness of breath. If there is such a thing as brain food, breath is it. Breath is the basis of all human power. The science of mental physics tells us it is not necessary to spend much time explaining why we must breathe to live. It is perfectly self-evident that the best breathers live the longest and get the most out of life. It is equally self-evident that breath is life. From the first breath of a newborn baby to the last breath of the dying man or woman, life is a series of breaths. Breathing is the most important function of the human being. All of our systems, our component parts and functions are dependent upon our breath. Breath is the fuel and food of our physical and mental machinery. Benefits of proper breathing as taught by Ding LeMay. Proper breathing gives you good circulation. With proper breathing, your physical appearance changes, lines leave the face, the body takes on a new buoyancy. Men and women who are good breathers give off dominating notes of health. Rejuvenation takes place. Beauty shines through. The result is a serene happiness, a consciousness of physical and mental well-being. Good circulation gives you a mental concept of abounding health and vigor, a clear complexion, and a manly and womanly attitude toward all demands of everyday life. Occultists in all ages, in all lands, have always taught their disciples, usually in secret and by word of mouth, that there was to be found in the air a substance, a force, from which all life is derived. No matter what the occult teaching or philosophy, irrespective of the school or period, we find the theory regarding this force to be identical, although the names employed may vary greatly. In the Sanskrit language, it is prana. In Japanese, it is Reiki. In the West, it is known as source energy, universal life energy, vital life force. In religion, it is the Holy Spirit, the breath of God. To the indigenous, it is the Great Spirit, and so on. Now, you as a student must try to visualize that this source energy, this principal energy that underlies this existence, is everywhere present. There is no place where it is not. It is everywhere, everywhen. Universal life energy is taken up by our physical system and appropriated by our nervous system. Universal life energy is carried to all parts of the nervous system, adding strength and vitality, and is used in all of its works. Spiritual scientific breathing leads to the development of our inner attainment. In practicing such breathing exercises, we ingest the primal source energy into our bioelectric mechanical computers that we call our body and mind, such that we may attune our inner self and do so consciously with the vibrations of source energy, the most powerful, most harmonizing force in our existence. This source energy cleanses, purifies, fortifies, and vivifies your entire body, mind, and spirit, aka energy system. Stop and think a while. Think about source energy and its powers. You are constantly inhaling the air that is charged with it and taking it up into your systems. It is for thinking men and women, people who want to do something in life, to learn how they may, through their breathing, consciously store it up and control it. So far as we can trace them, these simple but secret methods of arousing and controlling this mysterious but potent focusing force of the entire mental and nervous system were first taught in the ancient mystery schools of Egypt and Chaldea. These ancient masters taught that the most dynamic force of life is breath, not the mere mechanical act of breathing, but they mean that vital energy which vibrates in the proper scientific breathing which they impart to their disciples or their initiates. These breathing processes, when correctly practiced, generate powerful currents of electricity within and fills us with vital life energy from without, fueling us with abounding health and magnetic force. For thus, according to the ancient teachings, we attract to ourselves currents of the universal life energy which vibrates everywhere around us. Every human being, and remember this means you, uses the source energy when he or she thinks, wills to do anything whatsoever, moves, acts, and so forth. Every thought, every movement of a muscle, every effort of the will uses up what is called nerve force or electricity, which is actually a form of source energy. How wonderful a thought, therefore, that you may acquire for your own use as great a supply of this energy as you might wish. You are on your way to achieving this. And that completes this lesson. I will see you in the next one. Visit humanpowerandenergyacademy.com to take the master class and to check out some other really, really cool stuff. Heart-centered esoteric mystery school. See you next time.